guys, welcome back. TerraFirmaCraft with me, Sid, and it is, what's the date? The date today is the 4th of January. We missed Christmas. It shot by. It's still winter. It's still pretty frozen out here. And, yeah, Santa, it didn't bring us a damn thing. I checked the chimney. Nothing. I think probably a creeper or something got him on the way down. So, plans for today. Well, let me just go over. We've got quite a lot of the metal from things. I've put a wall in here, so this is kind of my bedroom as well at the moment. I will probably do a separate bedroom to bathroom, but that's fine for now. I smelted up some of the copper. Now, the problem I've got with that copper is it is all poor quality, I think it is. Yep. And it's 15, so it doesn't come in multiples which add up to a convenient 100. So consequently, when I made these 3 ingots, I also ended up with this, which has got some copper in it. Now, I can't see anything. It will need to be resmelted. It should be, I think it's about 30 in there. I've made up some moulds for an axe, a pickaxe, a sword and a chisel. I've got a scythe blade there, and in here, let me get you. I'll pop you in for starters. Side blade needs to go in. Now, in this one, I have enough tetrahedrite, so that is a combination of those two, plus gold and silver. I found some silver nuggets out over that way to make, I think that is, well, it is 3 ingots of, or 3 lots of black bronze. So that's my 3. And in this one I have enough to make 2 ingots of bismuth bronze. Now, beyond the composition and what goes into it, I've also got a barrel there which I'm using to cool the ingot moulds, because you have a higher chance of getting the actual mould back if you do that. And while I'm at it, because I don't want to waste the fuel, give me some clay. I've still got quite a bit of metal left, so but not enough to actually make anything useful at the moment. But while we're at it, we'll make another one of those, because you can never have too many. Oops, wrong way around. That's full of seeds. And we'll whack you in, and then we'll get this set off. So 8 straw. The good news is this doesn't set fire to the thatch, which is really nice. I do like it when my thatch doesn't catch fire. In fact, the first time I ran this, I will be brutally honest, I actually took a copy of the world before I ran it and set this on fire, just to make sure this lot didn't burn down. On the basis that if it did, I could come back to my copy and change the design to be such that it doesn't burn down. So we've got to wait for that to go. Now, I have been hunting around for other mines. I've got over there, I found some bismuth on the surface, and I'm digging down to try and find it. It's not really much to show you, it's just a hole in the ground full of ladders. I have caught another sheep, and importantly, I have crafted some more cloth, which means I can make another bed, which means that I can go on extended explorations. Because it means when we get to night time, I can just cover up, build a shack, and the world will be good and happy. This seems to be working really well. If we just take one of those off. Oh, you're an empty now, are you, over there? That one definitely hasn't decayed. But yeah, this has been down here a while now, and the decay is only, well, it's not actually showing on there. And that's true, I think, for most of the stuff down here. Let's just see if I can find something that's not things. We'll take those, and we'll take those out. They can be my my non-meat food. I'm trying to vary my diet a little bit. Oh, sun's going down already, just for good measure. So yeah, on the whole, we're surviving winter reasonably well. As I say, we're on the 4th of January. My agriculture is actually not a bad skill, but I've got absolutely no skill in anything else at the moment. I'm going to need to make an anvil and get into all this stuff, but that's going to be a bit down the road. And food-wise, we're getting a reasonable mix, but not obviously a really, really healthy mix. So, can we sleep yet? No, it's not night time. Come on, get this sleep out of the way so I can make this scythe. Wait for the sun to go down. So yeah, it's been steady going. I'm not really finding any really great mineral deposits, so this is why I'm thinking that with the bed, at least I can go long distance, make up a little mining shack when I find something worthwhile, take a couple of jars of food with me, a whole bunch of jars to carry stuff back, and hopefully the world will be a good and happy place. Let's have a look. Why you? Oh, what's going on here? There's something strange happening. Oh, we've got 2. Why did that not melt? Is it because of the gold and the silver? Okay, what do I want desperately then? Let's do the sword. I need to double check that. Maybe I need a higher temperature to get the... Okay, and probably at this stage the... Oh God, give me the pick. The pick is probably the most valuable because my pick's not going to last forever. That's really bizarre why that didn't melt. I'll have to consult the wiki on that one. So you are now empty. Got my sword blade. Got a new pick, and we can make those up. Hang on. And then with a bit, I'll have to check that. But at least now I can defend myself. Haha. I do want to get those 3 doing. So why? That should be right. Now the only way that wouldn't have worked, I'm just trying to think. That is I'm going to check that up, and I will be right back with you guys. Ding ding, round 2. I'm fairly certain I know what I did wrong, and that is 200 units of black bronze. I had my mix wrong basically. I didn't have quite enough gold and silver to make 3 lots. I only had enough to make 2. So consequently, my mix was hopelessly wrong, and it just didn't do anything. I suppose it's better it didn't do anything than it just randomly says, oh, I'm melted and I've got this kind of unidentifiable goop, because that would actually probably be worse in the long run. So, we've got ourselves an axe head. Lovely. And I've got a scythe. I am the Grim Reaper. No, not really, but yeah, in fact that axe wants to go on the tool rack because that's my spare. And I'll take that with us. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is, well, there's a couple of things I want to do. One is I want to start thinking, oh, damn things, I must move those. I want to start thinking about getting this area ready for the next year's worth of crops. Well, it doesn't need to be a huge area again, but if I can get this kind of laid out, and I'm thinking of just coming across straight here, filling this bit in with dirt, and then digging my channels down, and when this ice melts, it's going to be probably March, end of March towards April time before we can safely plant. Then we can get everything in before we go off on our big exploration. Now the other thing I need to think about is, what's the word I'm looking for? It'll come to me. Charcoal. And you don't, in TFC, you can't get charcoal the same way that you get charcoal in normal Minecraft. You can't just burn wood. You have to make a charcoal pit, I think it's called. But basically it's a pit, which you put loads and loads of wood in. And can I reach it? Yep. Just want to get as many of these sticks as I can and saplings, because these are going to be valuable. I'm conscious of the fact there's a ravine somewhere underneath all of this as well. So yeah, we need lots and lots of wood. That's my first mission. So I'm going to be basically deforesting this area a little bit for a short while. I'll probably better eat as well. I probably better think about eating as well. Right, anyway, I'm going to grab a whole buttload of logs and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so the sun's setting and I've got quite a bit of wood piled up outside the house. Apart from that one, each one of these is 16 logs. So yeah, we got, I think, everything we need. Now the next thing I'm going to want to do is get some cobblestone together. So while the sun's setting, let me just go and have a look in my cobblestone chest. I really miss that sort button, I really do, from NEI, or is it Better Chest or what things. That will probably be enough. Let's have a look. That should be more than enough. We'll keep those. I've been, rather than using my good axe, I've been using a wooden axe just for chopping those trees down, because I figure the bronze tools are probably going to be more useful when I really desperately need them. And whilst I'm, you know, up to the eyeballs in sticks, let me show you, I've got more sticks than you can shake a stick at, if you'll pardon the fairly obvious pun. Yeah, we're sitting pretty sweet on that one at the moment. Right, I need to have a quick drink. Let's just top up. Fortunately, these trees next to the lake actually stop the water freezing completely, and it's not the end of the world if it does, because you can just that venison came in so handy. Yeah, you can just break it and the water's there, so it's not the end of the world should things not go the way you want. Now I am going to need a shovel. It's amazing how quickly these little patterns get lodged in your brain. Now I want this lot out of the way. Not the most efficient shovel in the world, but hell, it'll do. I really ought to stop that hole up as well at some point. Or do something to make it a bit prettier, I don't know. Incidentally, I don't know whether you saw over there, but I'll show you that on the way back. I made a little porch on the back door, and I obviously will have noticed the fact that there are two honking great windows in there now. I have got more glass, and I'm going to put more windows in, but I want to put some partition walls in, and I haven't quite decided how I want to lay them out yet. So I'm going to make a small hole. Oh, that's the idea. This is going to be my charcoal pit now. I'm probably going to do kind of this shape. If I can, I want a slightly larger than normal charcoal pit. And of course stone tools are cheap and easy to replace on the fly, so yeah, they do. They have their place. Okay, that's my shape. So I'll take those out. Now, this isn't strictly necessary. This is just something I found that was quite useful when I played TFC the first time around, was to create like a stone line fire pit to put your charcoal in. It doesn't really, as I say, serve any particular purpose. It's just a thing that personally I like to do. Now I know Etho on his TFC Let's Play has got a nice little room. Yeah, and it is really just purely down to personal preference as what you like, kind of thing. So let me just dig this hole out here, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we've got this. This is our shape. So what we're going to need now is logs, and lots of them. So I'm going to go and I'm going to go and grab a whole load of these. Oh, bugger. Bugger. Hang on. This is going to be entertaining. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm going to grab a whole load of these, and what we are basically going to do is we are going to show you the idea. We're going to move them over here into this charcoal pit, and we are basically going to put, you don't have to have full stacks, so if you were a bit shy you can put a half stack down, but this is going to be filled, all of these, and then another layer in an 8 around the top. The middle is going to be open, and basically we will put a fire down there, block it off, cover the entire thing over with dirt before we set the fire down there, obviously, and what we should end up with is a charcoal pit. So I'm going to start moving everything over, and this is going to take me a while, so I'll be back with you once we've done that. Okay, we are here. I had to go and chop down some more trees. I didn't have enough. So, armed with this, what we can do is we just grab some plain old common garden dirt. Again, you don't really need to do it right around the edge, but I really do like to make sure it's properly covered up. And the way TerraFirmaCraft makes charcoal is basically in the proper way. It creates, you burn it in a, oh, not like that, you don't. Right. You burn it in an oxygen reducing, I think that's how it's referred to, an oxygen reducing atmosphere. I could be entirely wrong. I'm sure anybody who's scientifically minded out there can correct me. So we have our dirt, whoops, on the top. Now we can't put it there yet because, as you saw, it collapses in. So what we need to do then is, I'll make a new fire starter because quite frankly that one was crap. In fact, goodbye. And we get 3 sticks and we chuck them in, just like we would a normal fire. 1, 2, 3. You then get that going. You grab your 16 logs. God, this is not going well. Hang on. Whack those in really quick. You've got about 20 seconds up so to do this. And you can see now that the smoke is coming through there. Now basically that will burn away. The wood will burn, forming charcoal, as it does in real life. Oh, incidentally, we're starting to get a bit of a thaw. I think we may be freezing again as the sun's coming down, but we had a bit of a thaw. And once this is finished, a lot of this dirt will collapse in, and that's why I like this particular method of doing it, because it's a good indicator. You can just look out and go, oh look, it's finished. So we'll let that finish, and hopefully we'll be able to come back and have a look at the results. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, I've set out my farmland ready for the spring. What's the date today? February the 2nd, 8 days until my birthday. I wonder whether I'll get any presents. Doubt it, Santa didn't come. So if you look here, what we've got is a whole load of charcoal blocks. Exciting stuff. Let me just clear all the dirt out. It was nice to actually fill some of that lake in a little bit, because it gave me some use for all this dirt I'm accumulating. I've got so much. And to be honest, playing Skyblock at the moment is probably not helping my my ability to throw things away. But basically you dig this with a shovel and you get charcoal, which is kind of what you'd expect, I suppose, from a charcoal kiln. And basically that's pretty much it. Now this is going to be used in a what is it, crucible? I can't remember what the damn thing's called now. Which gets hotter temperatures. So when we want to start making more what happens when you talk and flint nap at the same time? Yeah, when we want to start making more advanced alloys, or we want to cook more at the same time, work the metals, this is where we can basically do it, and this is the fuel we have to use. I think you can use coal as well, but I could be wrong on that one, so don't quote me. So yeah, I've got a whole load of this to dig out. I don't think it goes off. I think you could just leave this out here and come and harvest it as and when you need it. But again, that's only based on what I believe and not necessarily what is factually true. So I'm going to dig out this and I will be back with you once we've got our charcoal. So see you in a mo. Okay, we got 2.5 stacks of charcoal out of that, so it's pretty good. I think the different woods, I know different woods have different burning times, and willow isn't actually the best. I think hickory is one of the longest burning woods off the top of my head, but I haven't seen any of those, so we're a little bit stuff there. And they also can achieve different temperatures. So when you are faffing around with the woods, it is important to make sure that you have the wiki open, just so you can check, and if you're wanting to get a higher temperature, if you're having trouble smelting a particular metal, you may find that just the wood you're using can't actually achieve the temperatures necessary to smelt it. So I think that's probably about it for this episode. We've got a few bits done. We've obviously got our fancy schmancy tools. We've got charcoal now. The farm is ready. It is the 3rd of February, so come probably late March game time, we may find that we are in a position to, you can see here we're melting already over there, so we're in a position to actually sow our crops, which will be handy. And maybe Mr. Sheepy will grow his wool back. Will you grow your wool back? Nope. But we've definitely got a thaw going on. I've got, most of these trees have grown, and it looks like some of these have actually grown as well, which is quite nice. I'll probably have to do something with my farm setup for these bushes, if nothing else, just to stop me spiking myself. And I will probably want to get a forge built out here somewhere, just a small building to house the actual more high-tech smelting stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.